made a lace front wig since 2019. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to actually lay this 13x4 wig, make it look good because I'm getting paid to do this job.
My beauty, my style, self-growth, my way.
What's up, babe? So you already saw from the title of the video how I fell into wig influencing in a 2-month time frame. Never tried it before, didn't have no huge following, and I'm about to tell y'all how magical, it's magically delicious, okay? I'm about to tell y'all how magical SEO works. First things first, let me give y'all a little backstory. I just gotta let y'all in on a little something. 2019, was it 2019? Yes, 2019, and I'm about to fill in pictures. Don't y'all come for me because I'm gonna let y'all know right now, my makeup was trash. I went to Vegas, me and my husband and my best friend and her husband. I had this bright idea that I wanted to put on a lace front. Never had I laid a lace front before. Never had I done a whole install process. I had watched plenty of YouTube videos, and let me just make this known. I'm a hands-on learner and I'm a visual learner. So I can watch something and pretty much replicate it without any problem. I started watching a bunch of videos. I'm like, okay, baby, I can do that. Like I'm confident. I start doing the process. Everything is looking on the up and up. Boom, I sliced my hand. Y'all, when I say I sliced my hand so bad with that 99-cent razor, I didn't know a 99-cent razor can do that damage. But when I say I cut my hand so bad, I had to stop in the middle of the process, go to the hospital. By the time I got back, the glue had already dried on my forehead. I'm like, at this point, I don't have a choice but to just kind of finesse 2 times, 3 times, 4, 5, 6 times to try to get this wig in place. Now I managed to make it look, you know, it was decent, but that's a whole lot of filter on that picture too. Long story short, the wig ended up coming off. Then I was like, well, I don't have no hair store that I could get through it. And we gotta go to this club and blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna just put the wig back on. The wig was all the way damn near down in between my eyebrows. I look like Casper the Friendly Ghost. I was just all bad. I give y'all that backstory to say, baby, I was traumatized, okay? Pissed me off so bad. And it made me mad because, again, I'm a visual learner and I knew that I could do it. But I just, after that, it was like, I don't know, for whatever reason, it was a traumatic experience. And I was like, I ain't fooling with this lace front stuff. Like, I'm gonna let the girlies have that. Y'all be slaying, but I ain't gonna fool with it. Let's move forward to 2022. So last year, if y'all have not been here before, I started my YouTube channel last May. Beauty and lifestyle was going to be a heavy, heavy part of that. But as I began to grow, I was like, you know, I want to do self-growth and beauty. Well, part of self-growth for me is teaching myself new skills, right? I'm like, I need some skills that I can, that almighty doll. Since I'm doing beauty, lifestyle, makeup, all of that good stuff, I'm like, I want to incorporate hair because let's be clear, baby, I could always do some hair. I could do a silk press. I could do, you know, a lot of different hairstyles, but wigs was just not my forte, okay? I want to just start incorporating more hair videos because I had got some pretty good responses off of some of the hair videos that I did. So I'm like, I'm gonna be a wig influencer. Even after that slight hesitation of how I royally screwed up that wig in 2019, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be a wig influencer. I don't know where to start. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I wanna do it. First things first, you always have to make a mental shift in your mind to say, I'm going to do something. I had already felt like I was, you know, conquering the world because at this point, I had started my YouTube channel and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. Like, I don't even have to wait around. I got over the hump of starting my YouTube. Then I can get over this hump of, you know, having all this fear built up and anxiety over putting a damn lace front on my head because that ain't really nothing to be stressed about. This is the timeline of how everything started. December 21st, I posted a video on TikTok and it was me literally just being goofy and silly. I had a U-part wig on my hair that I had made some years ago, and I just act like I was snatching the U-part wig off at the end of a long day, and I started tagging all of these different wig hashtags, like wig. I think the bundles that I had used to make that U-part wig were from Eunice, so I, you know, tagging Eunice hair, tagging wigs, tagging bundles. I kid y'all not. December 22nd, I got my very first email from a wig company. Gorgeous Hair reached out to me and they were like, we saw your TikTok and we want to partner with you on a TikTok video. I was like, Granted, I know this is nothing spectacular. A lot of people get wig deals and all of that, but I want to kind of just show the consistency of how I have like progressed. This is why I say SEO is so very important. I have made TikTok videos about this. I talk about this a lot. If you are somebody who's trying to scale or build your brand, you have got to consider SEO in everything that you do. I rarely post a TikTok video now without searching certain keywords and phrases before I actually make the video. And that is because I want to make sure that my talking points are talking about whatever subject that I'm, you know, wanting to do. So let's say, again, I do wigs for beginners. I'm going to talk about wigs for beginners in my text, or not my text, but my speech, that whatever I'm talking about, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to put the tags on the words. Get your life together, girl. I'm going to put the words on the screen that say wigs for beginners, and then I'm also going to use my hashtag area to put wigs for beginners. I want everything to match up, and that is because TikTok is a very basic algorithm. It's a complex algorithm, but it's still a computer, and at the end of the day, it needs to understand basic terms. That's how it knows to push your content to certain people. So by me randomly posting this video, but I was putting on screen text and I made words that were specific to wigs, I got to the right area. And here's this. I'm actually, you know what? Let's say that point, because I'm gonna get to that in just a second. I do the video for gorgeous hair wigs and I get my first coupon code. I'm all excited. I'm like, oh, moving into January. Now, December, let me actually backtrack a little bit. December is when I first really started finding out about different UGC companies. Two specific ones that done helped your girl out, okay? Billow and Incense. And if you have not heard of those before, those are two UGC platforms that you could be making money with right now. So if you are a UGC creator or a content creator in general and you're just getting started, those are two excellent platforms to look at if you're wanting to create content for other companies and start getting your cash flow up, baby. So moving forward to January, here is where the timeline kind of really picks up. In the month of January on Billow, I found a job that I applied for, and it was a wig. It was a box braided wig, and I'm like, baby, I don't care. I just need to get more wig content so I can use this UGC content, repurpose it on my TikTok, and, you know, start tagging more wig stuff. I did that video, which I'll pop that on the screen as well. It was cute. I mean, not my particular style, but I'm like, hey, I'm getting paid for it. It's a free wig. I'm going to do it. About a week later on Incense, I had submitted for a job for a wig company, and I'm like, okay, it's a wig. Let me submit for it. And I got the booking. Now, this is the kicker. Like, this was so funny to me. If y'all could have been there, if y'all could have just been a fly on the wall, baby, you would have just died over laughing. I never got the details about the wig from that company. I didn't know what kind of wig it was. They just said, hey, here's the shipment details. You know, it should be there in a couple of days. I'm like, okay, cool. I got to that P.O. box. I was like, oh no, I want to see what this wig looks like before I even get in the car. I'm at the post office in the lobby opening up my box. Baby, I hit the floor. They sent me a 24-inch Cambodian wig, pre-plucked, not pre-bleached. Baby, when I say that wig is fire. I was so excited to receive this wig. I'm in the lobby smiling from ear to ear. I'm calling people in the lobby of the post office, and I know these people are probably thinking like, what is wrong with this girl? I was just excited because to me, I'm like, I finally felt like I was getting somewhere. And mind you, this was the very next month after I randomly posted this video, all of which happened after I shifted my mindset. And I want y'all to keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. You have to shift your mindset in order to get what you're wanting. Funny thing, I had not laid a lace front wig since 2019. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to actually lay this 13x4 wig, make it look good because I'm getting paid to do this job. So I'm like, you know what? Back to YouTube I go. When I say I spent all of that night watching YouTube videos, learning how to perfect my ball cap method, because at this point, again, I had not done anything since 2019. I hadn't done a ball cap. I hadn't done any of it. So I'm flying to the store trying to get like my foundation, the Ruby Kiss that everybody be using from the beauty supply, trying to make sure that my ball cap method was closed up the right way and looking like my skin tone. I was like, baby, I'm gonna figure it out. Like, this is what I want to do. I'm gonna figure it out. That day, y'all, it was stressful. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, I was just so in focus. I think it overall took me like 5 hours to get that whole entire look done. And it took me so long because I'm like, again, I am getting paid for this. This is something that they can potentially post on their social pages. Since the wig was combed down, we didn't have to worry about anybody seeing all of my mistakes that was up under that mug. But like I said, overall, we made it through, and that was all that mattered. And in that moment, I was proud of myself because, again, this was something that I wanted, and I'm learning a new skill. So anyway, all of this has transpired in the month of January. I finished up the gorgeous wig deal on TikTok. I finished up both UGC products for the videos that I showed on screen. And I'm like, let me just throw another random video out here. This is the video that changed everything. My thought process, again, with considering SEO, let me make a video about how to become a wig influencer. I had only done 3 wig jobs by this point. Clearly, I didn't have authority to be speaking on like how exactly you can do it. I was just giving my personal experience because I didn't have many jobs booked and I didn't have all the experience behind me, but I'm like, hey, this is what worked for me. This is exactly what I did. So maybe this can help and benefit somebody else. With that particular video, I had to make sure that it performed well. So I showed myself taking the Cambodian wig that I had got from that UGC job. I showed a video of me reinstalling that wig, laying my lace down. And on the talking points of that video, I was talking about how you can become a wig influencer. How do you do that? You go in your closet, you get a wig that you already have. You don't have to wait for a company to start creating content as if you're a wig influencer. You have to become that person. Before anybody gives you a job, before anybody gives you opportunities, you have to show them what you can provide. That whole entire video, I put on screen text about becoming a wig influencer, how I did it, gave my whole entire process, gave some motivational encouragement, because if y'all know me, then y'all already know, again, I am all about self-growth. So none of my videos are going to, all of them are going to be infused with some kind of motivation and inspiration. So I was just giving my little motivational tidbits and little inspiration on there to say, hey, you can do this too. This is exactly what I'm doing, and it's working. Like, something about it is working. I posted that video January 31st. I believe January 31st was when I posted that video, and it did perform well. It did, I think, 2,500 views after the first 2 days, I think, which, no, it didn't go viral, but it did way better than any of the other videos have performed on my channel since that viral video. So I'm like, I'll take that. Like, it's, it's got some good numbers behind it, which means it's getting to the correct people. 3 days later, you read my lips. 3 days later, I got an email from Love Me Hair, and Love Me Hair was the first company to ask me to do a dedicated YouTube video. I felt like I struck gold. And again, I know that there are a ton of people who do wig influencing. I know that there are a ton of people who get to do dedicated YouTube videos. But again, this is my journey. This is my personal experience. So, for me, that was a milestone. I'm like, oh my gosh, I actually did become a wig influencer, and I did it within 2 months. I didn't think about how I was going to do it. I didn't think about, well, when is it going to happen? I just made a mental shift in my mind to say, you know what? This is who I want to become. This is what I'm going to do. And God had been aligning me to do all the things that he sees fit for my path and my journey. And it happened within a matter of 2 months. After that, everything has changed, you guys. I had to write it down because I didn't want to forget. Let me, I ain't got my glasses. So I have done 3 collabs with Love Me Hair. I have done 2 collabs with Gorgeous Hair. I did a collab with I Like Hair, which is the very wig that you see on my head right now, baby. When I say I wear this wig almost every day, I am not lying to you. This is the easiest wig I have ever come across. It has the natural edges on it, the 4C textured kinky hair. It's 22 inches long, and I wear it every day. And then I have one more wig coming next week. But I just wanted to overall give you my experience. Again, I did not create this video to give you an exact blueprint. I still don't feel like I have all of the authority to be able to say, well, you should do this, you should do that. No, I'm going to give you my personal experience, and I'm going to only share with you what worked for me. Billow and Incense, the wigs on there, they do come few and far between, but you know, when I got on there, they happened to be there. So I'm not gonna sit here and tell you to get on Billow and Incense today and a month later, you're gonna get wig jobs. I'm not telling you that. I'm telling you from my experience. But one thing that I want to stress on this whole entire, like, if you don't take nothing else from this video, baby, take this. If you are trying to build your brand and you are trying to scale from the ground up, I would heavily implement SEO in everything that you do, whether that be on Instagram, whether that be on YouTube, whether that be on TikTok, or whatever other platform you are using, Pinterest, Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever. They are all heavily into SEO, and that is going to make the difference. So I told y'all earlier that I wanted to make a point, and my point is this: what do you think wig companies are looking for when they search online to find new people? Now, they have women, men, I'm sure, emailing constantly, day to day. Hey, I'm so-and-so, I'm an influencer, I want to collab. They have people all day doing that. So do they have to necessarily go looking for somebody? No, they don't, but they still do. And what do you think they're going to search for when they're searching for a wig influencer? They're going to search the term wig influencer, wig install, wigs for beginners. They want to search for those terms to see who populates, to see what people are out there already producing that content. If that content aligns with their business goals, then they are what? Going to send you an email. And here's another thing. If you don't have your email in your link in bio, I know everybody gets sick of hearing the phrase link in bio, but if you do not have your email clearly legible on your page, then you are missing opportunities and you are not taking yourself seriously to build your brand, okay? I'm gonna give y'all some business strategy here. Make it easy. Make it so easy for them to find you across all platforms. But that is how my journey has gone, and I continue to just pray that, you know, I'll continue to work with a lot more brands on doing wig influencing, and, you know, because I like it. I enjoy it. I think it's fun. But I just wanted to give y'all my overall experience. And again, I'm not trying to give you an exact blueprint. I just wanted to share with you the tidbits of things that have helped me, and maybe they can help you along your journey as well. So this is going to wrap today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope that y'all learned something from my experience. I am, still just getting started, but I feel like things are moving on the up and up. If you've been here before, then you already know what's coming next. But if you haven't, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below, baby. And also make sure that you are hitting that notification bell as well, so you can see when the videos is going up on the channel. I will catch y'all on the next video. Until next time, bye.